What's up, y'all? It's day 302. Let me tell y'all what we about to do. We're going to look at some cards and we rate them too. Dev from Mtg. He's coming through. What's up, y'all? It's Dev. I've already said who I am. So let's get down to it. I know there are a lot of you who care about the raps or whatever down there in the comments. You're like, ooh, we got some raps. But I think the vast majority of people are like, let's get to the cards. Let's get to the cards, man. So let's get to it. We're going to look at Rage Monger from Born of the Gods and Only Born of the Gods. This is 3 mana, 1, a black and a red for a 2/3 Minotaur Shaman. Minotaur spells you cast cost black, red less to cast. This effect reduces only the amount of color mana you pay. For example, if you cast a Minotaur spell with mana cost 2 red, it costs 2 to cast. Yes. Old enough, I guess, to have to spell that out for us in text. Appreciate you, Rage Monger. So I guess in Minotaur decks this is really good, but like, how good are Minotaur decks? Not very, but you have to order this guy for them. You absolutely must. I'm gonna actually give this guy like a 4. Like, again, if it were like elf spells or goblin spells or something like that, like it'd be a little bit more relevant. But even with just Minotaurs, sure, it's changeling spells cost less to cast. Okay, I'm a little bit into it. I don't remember this guy at all. He's got really cool art. By the way, Karl Kapinski, usually decent art. No different here. Next is Island. They don't count. That's a cool looking island, though. It's not bad. Fearless Scald from March the Machine is next. 5 mana. I don't remember this card at all. Set just rotated out of standard. And I don't know you. This is 5 mana, 4 into red for a 3/2 Dwarf Berserker with backup 1 and double strike. So when this guy ETBs, you put a +1/+1 counter on any guy. If that's another creature, it gains the following ability till end of turn. So if you don't put the counter on this, then another counter or another creature will also get double strike until end of turn. So I guess that's kind of neat for draft. 4 power double striker some of the time. Even a 3 power double striker for 5 mana, that's okay. So I don't know. Give it like a 2.6. It's too much mana. Imrakul's Hatcher is from Rise of the Eldrazi and a couple of other things. 5 mana. A lot of 5 mana red cards today. 4 into red for a 3/3 Eldrazi drone. When it enters the battlefield, you get 3 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature tokens. They have sacrificed this creature, add 1 to your mana pool. You get 3 of them? So this gives you 4 creatures and 3 ramp. It ain't Seething Song, but like that's okay, actually. That's not bad. It costs too much mana again, but like 3 guys, and you can blink it to get 3 more guys. And like usually you're blinking it and, you know, netting mana. Like it's mana positive when you blink it for like a 1 or 2 mana blink ability. It's pretty good, actually. I'm going to give this 3.8. I don't know. Am I being weird? I don't think you're going to play it in Commander, but like in the right deck, you might, dude. It's 3 guys that all ramp. Next, oh wow, it's one of the worst cards ever. This is Farmstead, in this case from, we'll just call it the long ago. This is 3 mana, all of it white for an enchant land. The enchanted land's controller just gains 1 life each upkeep if you pay 2 white mana. That's what it does. During your upkeep, it triggers. Do you want to pay 2 white? You say sure. So then you gain a life. It's not great. I guess this is a way to for sure trigger life gain every single turn in mono white life. Even black white life. Guaranteed. But it costs 2 mana. It's just really not good. It's kind of just really not good. A rare from Unlimited you get for like $17. That means that you can probably get this like heavily played $12. Right? Like at the low end. It's probably like $12. A rare from Unlimited for $12, I'd do it. But yeah, this card's not good. Like even trying to come up with something to do with it's still not good. Cool Mark Pool art with the chickens, but there's an axe in the foreground that's kind of sinister in a way. The birds flying over the cottage. It's really nice. But I'm gonna give Farmstead like a 1. Well, I'll give this a 1.9. I will. I think if you want to bust out an old card in your white life gain deck or something, and all your friends are gonna be like, oh, what's that do? And they're gonna like laugh at you until you put like 4 counters on creatures every turn because of this. You know, like maybe, but I don't. You probably don't do it. Next is Prison Sentence from the Brothers War. This is 3 mana, 2 and a white for an R that enchants a creature. When an ETB, scry 2. The enchanted creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities cannot be activated. So just a really, really, really good version of, I guess this is Arrest. Am I right? There are other things exactly like this that pacify the creature and they can't activate. And those are 3 mana. So this is just like a strictly better version of a lot of these, you know? But I'd probably rather, if I was going to play an ability like this or something, I'd probably rather just play a 2 mana effect most of the time. Scry 2 is good though. I can't rate this too low because it's just a serviceable removal spell. 2.9. Sure. Somewhere in there. Well, I'll give this like a 3.1 actually. Again, it's a serviceable removal spell. Like, it's not that much worse than a cancel. Is it worse than a cancel? Cancel's 3.5. So, like, shouldn't this be 2? Shouldn't this just be the stock score nowadays? Close. Next is Mentor the Me. That's a pretty decent card. Originally printed when? I'm not sure I know. I don't think I know. Innistrad. Okay, so this is about 1 American quarter for a 3 mana, 2 and a white. 2/2 human soldier. Whenever another creature power 2 or less enters the battlefield, you may pay 1. If you do, draw a card. By the way, it's got to be under your control. I don't know if I made that clear. But yeah, you play a creature, power 2 or less, pay 1, draw a card. This works off blinks and reanimation and all that stuff too. So that's kind of neat. I think we have things that outclass Mentor the Meek nowadays. You know, Takassi's Welcome and Enduring Innocence. But like, these are both once a turn. And there's other cards like that. A Welcoming Vampire. These are all once a turn. Whereas Mentor the Meek, you can do as many times you got mana for. And I think that's still worth something. I could see playing this in Commander, but it's one of those cubables. Even if you never play this in a Commander deck anymore post like 2019, I think it used to be a really big Commander card. But post like 2019, I don't know if it's that good in the format. Just throw it in your cube. Still a good card. I'm going to give Mentor a 5. Right at a 5-ish. And I think it might actually deserve more than that. I think, you know, let's give Mentor 5.3. Is that going to make anybody upset? I don't think so. I think a lot of people don't get that a 5 is actually a really good score. People, why do you rate cards so low? It's like, not when you understand how my dumb brain works. Let's move on to the next card, if Scryfall will let us do that. Scryfall's season up on me. It's Cinderglade. We've already done these particular duels here, but they're good. Dual lands tend to be really good. Next is Sophia, Dogged Detective from Murders at Karlov Manor Commander. This is 4 mana, 1 and Bant, green, white, blue, for a 3/4 legendary human detective. When it ETBs, create Tiny, a legendary 2/2 green dog detective creature token with trample. Okay, so you get Scooby. You can pay 1, sacrifice an artifact token to put a +1/+1 counter on each dog you control. Okay. Whenever a dog you control does combat damage to a player, make a food token and then investigate. So it's like literally Scooby, right? Like, not only does it look like Scooby a little bit, but also, first of all, it's legendary, but also like it makes a food token. So it makes a Scooby snack. And then when it eats a Scooby snack, it gets a +1/+1 counter. So that's like just Scooby. So for 4 mana, I get 5/6 worth of stats. The creature that comes with it can get larger. And I make food, and I make clues. That's cool. That's kind of cool. Like, the dog can get up to a 4/4 like really fast. And it's not even just when it does combat damage, when a dog does combat damage. That's kind of a cool line of text. I don't know, I like this. I could probably build around this card. 5. 5. This seems like one of those commanders that you build around. And like, it's fun to build around, and then you play a game, and it's just not very good. You know, sorry, my bad. You know, Academy Manufacturer, that'll make a bunch of stuff. Anyway, we'll move on to Cascading Cataracts. We've also, I believe, done this card relatively recently, if I'm not mistaken. But this EOE borderless art is gorgeous. That is really good. Good job, Sam Chivers. Dreadbridge Chant from Dragon's Maze is up next. I was just bad-mouthing Dragon's Maze in a video the other day. This is 6 mana, 4 black-green for an enchantment. When it ETBs, put the top 10 cards of your library into your graveyard. Okay, we're off to a good start here. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose a card at random in your graveyard. If it's a creature, put it on the battlefield. Otherwise, it goes in your hand. So that's not terrible. This is 40 cents. From Dustmorn House of Horror Commander, this is 17 cents. And that was actually a pretty recent printing when you think about it. I don't know. It's cute. It costs too much mana, but for the next 10 turns or more, right? I mean, you're going to have other stuff in your yard besides the stuff you milled. So, like, for the next forever, it puts something onto the table or draws a card. That's pretty good. That's where, I mean, I think 6 mana is really bloated, but I'm still going to give this a 5.4. I still am. Like, is it worse? Is it better than Mentor the Meek? Maybe I should have rated Mentor the Meek higher. Maybe I should have. But I like this. It just puts stuff on the table, dude. Like your Muldrotha deck, like it's pretty good. I like it. Personally. Song of Creation for my Coriolera Behemoths. This card is great. I still think this card is very good. This is 4 mana, 1 in Teamer. Green, blue, red for an enchantment. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Okay. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards. Okay. Well, at the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. So womp womp, right? It's not, it seems bad, but with effects on the table, like artifacts, enchantments, planeswalkers that draw cards, you can actually get a bunch of cards in your hand very quickly. Very, very quickly. And even if you, discard your hand one turn and then draw a land the next turn, you can get things going. You can get things cooking, man. Just beautiful Noah Bradley art, first of all. It's in Teamer, a good color combination, right? It's one of those you can play extra lands every turn. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2. Come on, dude. It's like another high risk, high reward version of like Recycle or Null Void, whatever that card is called. It's like a black version of Recycle. Costs the same mana and everything. It's from like Planar Chaos. But yeah, I have always liked this card. I'm a little surprised it's not like slightly more to buy a copy of. This card's great. So I'm going to give Song of Creation a 6.2 and just play with it. Just play with this card. It's so good, man. I'm telling you. Finally today, sort of, is Shrinking Storm. So this is actually Wrath of God. We have done Wrath of God before. And I think we gave it like a 8 or something. I think it deserves that too. I do. Next is Banalish Hero Benny. We've done this before. We've done Benny before, thankfully, which means I don't have to do it again. Next is Zalfiran Knight. Did I get that right? Yeah, it's Zalfiran Knight. Look at me. Look at the knowledge in my brain. This is 3 mana, 2 and a white for a 2/2 human knight with flanking. You can pay 2 white mana and give it first strike till EOT. If you've never seen flanking, basically whenever a creature blocks this or whenever this guy blocks something else, the creature gets a -1/-1 until end of turn. Oh, it doesn't work the way I remember. It doesn't work if knight blocks something. It's only when something blocks knight. Okay, I apologize. Sorry about that mix up. So whenever something blocks this guy, the thing blocking you gets -1/-1 till EOT. That's not a bad ability. It's not, especially when you can give it first strike. It's pretty cool. But I have a lot of love for the Mirage Knights, right? But it's not good. This is another one if you're like building an old school cube, like maybe it could go in, right? I could make an argument, but the card itself is not great. Despite the amazing John Bolton art, Mirage is such a cool set. Such a cool set. I'm going to give this like a 2.3, which I hate to do, but we do get a bonus card because it's Monday. Let's see what it is, son. It's Kudo. Ooh, it's Kudo, King Among Bears down here. I love this retro frame one. Get it for 25 cents, son. This is a green and a white. 2 mana for a 2/2 legendary bear. Other creatures have base power and toughness 2/2 and are bears, in addition to their other types. Other creatures. Not that you control. Other creatures. So anything above a 2/2 is now base power 2/2. So that kind of helps nerf the rest of the board. I kind of like that. But obviously you can play a bunch of 1/1s. That's cool. You can play a bunch of bear-centric stuff, I guess, and that's pretty cool. I don't know. I love commanders like this. It's not even that, again, it'd be like good to build around. It'd just be really satisfying to build around. I think that the other people in the pod would be like, ooh, when you whip out Kudo, like, whoa, neat. Kudos to you indeed, my friend, for building that deck. I'm going to give Kudo the honorary 5. I honestly don't think that this card deserves that, but it does nerf a bunch of other people's creatures and it lifts a bunch of other people's creatures. So you got to worry about what this ends up doing. But for the most part, I think it at least nerfs huge creatures, and that's a really good function of the card, but it's not that good. So I'm going to honorary 5 it and save it from like a 4.6 here. But I do think this is an awesome build around, man. If you haven't done it, you need to try it. But that is all for Monday. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.